Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome to A Course in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel, and tonight my co-host is Auntie Jean Lorio. Hey, Jean.
Hi.
And our beautiful family that's here for a great discussion tonight. We have Christine Elizabeth and Sunny. Sharon Ria.
Hello.
And Charlie Coons. So I'm going to ask Auntie Jean to get us going, taking us into our heart and introducing our lesson that we're going into.
First, I want to say that Karen is perfectly fine, and she's just having a very wonderful day off and enjoying herself on this St. Patty's Day. And so I want us all to do what she does every evening. We want to get comfortable. We want to go take some deep breaths and go into our heart. Go deeper into that heart till we find that place of beauty that's our true selves, the place where all goodness, peace, happiness, and truth lie. Bring in the love we have for each other and for the Creator. Knowing, as we have been studying, that God's will is the only will, and we have chosen to make it our will too. And as we keep studying, we will see that that will is the best for everyone. Yes, we have made other things so important to us. We have made the fact that we want to have free will, and we do. We have free will to choose so many things. And as Teri said this morning, all our paths are different. We have chosen different paths to that special place. But now that we have a new perspective, that we are seeing with the vision of God, with the vision of His love, we can see the world as it is and what the true world really is. So we are going to continue to view with that new perception, with the eyes and vision of God. And we're going to realize that the only law is God's law. Nothing else works. And if we think other words, it's an illusion. It's something we've created in our mind. And we will just turn that off and find the true way to salvation. So now that we have drawn all that love and wisdom into our hearts, let's come back with a new perspective and discuss how our lesson went today. Love to all of you.
Thank you so much, Jean. Oh, so beautiful and so heartfelt. So we are talking about the lesson that we learned yesterday, lesson 75, and seeing how everybody did with repeating today that exercise of the light has come. And what a beautiful message that the light has come. It's always been here, but when we open our hearts to it, we fully see it, and we see how wonderful it is to be in the light, as opposed to just floundering out there in the darkness and not being able to see hope, being able to see love. So I'm interested in how everyone did with your exercise today. who would like to share? Chris, you always share first. Would you like to talk
Yeah.
to us?
Yeah. I use with coconut oil in my coffee for 2 days now, and I love it.
For you. Thank you, honey. We should have fun in life and have pleasure in life. So thank you for sharing that.
Well, I guess it was very comforting this morning when I did the exercise, but then my day went down the poop chute. I don't know. It must have been a full moon or something. Everything just happened. I was cleaning and everything, and then I was shampooing the rugs, and then the brushes wouldn't turn. I took it all apart, put it back together, it wouldn't work. So then I just boom, banged it, and then it works. I said I need some pure magic, and pure magic came. But then the brushes started going, and then it wouldn't suck up the water no more. So I'm like, oh my, I fixed one thing and then another thing. And it was just like one thing after the other. And but it's like when you go into the light, it's like, wow. And then on my phone, I couldn't see nothing on the phone. The background went, real dark, so I had to go into my settings and I had to put the brightness up. So they let me know that about the light. It was like, I'm like, how'd they do that? Okay, that gives me confirmation that they, that about the light. It was like, wow. I'm like, okay, there we go. They're right here with me, working it. And yeah. But it just shows you that, like, the things on the outside, the difficulties and everything else, when you come back to the, coming from the heart, and getting into that feeling, it's just incredible. But when you're out in the 3D world, and you just let it, sometimes it gets to you.
Charlie, I love that share. Thank you. Thank you, because it's so real. We are here in this 3D world. We can't just say I'm not, because we're fighting against ourselves. We really are here. We have challenges that we face every day. We have things that come up. And it's so funny that part of the lesson from the insights of the Course in Miracles addresses just exactly what happened to you. And I'd like to just share that paragraph from it. It says, something happened yesterday that hurled me into the darkness, and it was so sudden and so unexpected that I felt myself trapped there. I felt paralyzed in my fear and guilt and unable to extricate myself. That's the way I left it last night. And so, of course, when I woke up this morning, it was still there. When I saw today's lesson, I thought, how ironic. And then I thought, how am I going to do this lesson today? I am as far from the light as I have been in a long time. It seemed absurd, feeling as I did, to say the light has come. I started doing it, though, and did a meditation and the lesson, and I felt a sense of relief as I remembered that the illusion is just shadows. I was feeling like I was weighed down with huge granite blocks, and they were chained to me, but they were only shadows. And from that point, things got better. When I allow myself to become caught in the ego's dark thoughts, it's easy to think that they are more than reality and that escape is impossible. When I come out of it, I feel like laughing at my foolishness. So there you go, Charlie.
That's
This
exactly
is what
how I
happens.
felt today.
Yeah, this is what happens when
Yeah.
we get out of our heart and into our head and we start seeing things as problems and challenges and struggles. You know, the vacuum breaks and, you know, the dishwasher doesn't work and, you know, whatever happens, it goes wrong. And we think that, oh, I have to stay there, but we don't. We don't.
Yeah.
It's just a shadow. And we can always step out of that shadow by turning on the light. So the light has come. I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you so much for sharing and for bringing us to that point of discussing that, you know, there's going to be these things. This is life. And in fact, we're going to talk about that next week on the podcast, the Peapod podcast, about, you know, we can either take those challenges and struggles and keep going in that downward spiral, or we can have our faith stronger through the challenges. So I want to remember always that the light has come, so that when the shadows appear, it's like, nope, you're just a shadow. I'm going to turn the light on and you're going to disappear.
That
Anybody
reminds
else?
me of a
Yeah.
quote. I'm sorry, babe. Go ahead.
I have another one. 3 years ago, I came home on the way train by myself. This is my anniversary. I flown by myself out of the parents on the southwest end of my angel by my window on the airplane.
Beautiful.
Oh, where did Sharon go? Oh, there's.
Oh,
People keep changing around on my screen, so I get confused. You know, I was just going to say that reminded me of a quote that says, "We don't get strong by avoiding the hardships. We get strong by getting through them and learning from them, conquering them." And what I kept thinking yesterday, and you know, that's so strange, and I have to make a confession. I didn't wake up this morning, as you already know that. So I was asleep pretty much all the first part of the day. And when I do my lessons, and Charlie knows this, I have to constantly be reading it because I forget it. I forget what we're working on. That's so, I don't understand. And I really have to adopt his sign so I can remember when I'm working on. But I would do it, and I should have looked at it again right before we came on, but I kept seeing, you know, I've been in a lot of caves. I love going in caves. And we live here right close to Carlsbad, which is one of the most beautiful. And it's so magical when you're in there and you're in complete darkness. And then they'll turn on a light and you can see everything. And that's what God's light reminds me of, is that we're in darkness and we can't see. And then we get that light and we can see everything. But like Charlie, it doesn't mean that we're not going to step out of that light every now and then and have something to deal with. As long as we step back in and keep the light in our mind, in our hearts, that's the thing to do. And I'm just so totally enthralled with these lessons that it's amazing for someone who's quit 3 times, and but they're just bringing such wonderful clarity to me, and so much closer to the divine, my Father. Yeah. Thank you.
one thing, you know, that I like it was that it says that I was reading just now, that it says that the turmoil is not there anymore. You know, that's what I was reading. And oh, I like it because I noticed that since the last 2 days, I've been sleeping very, very good. I don't have now those nightmares that I used to have, but I know meditation has helped me. I've been doing some yoga nidra in the night. That meditation, all that stuff is so great. It just makes me asleep and it's so gentle for me. And then I did notice like yesterday, it was better for me to do like a meditation to quiet my mind at least 30 minutes before I go to bed, or 30 minutes before, I'm thinking that I'm going to go to bed. And what a big difference, because it really gives me peace. But then, something that I was noticing anyways was that that it was something, that I made a mistake because I did not know, that God has power over that stuff. And then I was not prepared for that, for that thought. And then, like someone, and I allow, someone tell me, well, like I needed to do something that I did not need to. And then I say now, oh God, I know I messed it up that time because I didn't have to. And now, and then, to me now is like, I had to stop that. So then that is like something that I need to work on, so I continue. Well, the good thing is that I am aware of that stuff and that I am right in it. And I think also the meditation helps me.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Melanie. Gracie has joined us.
Hi guys,
Hello.
I'm waiting for the bus. St. Patrick's Day parade has ended, but I'm just listening and in awe, and thank you all for holding space.
Thank you for being here, Gracie. Just your presence brings so much light in and so much peace.
I love you all. Thank you.
Okay, any other shares before we go into the lesson for tomorrow? All righty. Jean, do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
Oh, I'll be happy to read it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let me make sure I've got the right one. 76.
76. I think of 76 trombones led the big parade.
It's
Me
a
too,
long
too.
one too. Can you hear me all right? Because I can turn this up a little bit more. Okay. I am under no laws but God's. We have observed before how many senseless things have seemed to you to be salvation. Each has imprisoned you with laws, as senseless as itself. You are not bound by them, yet to understand this is so you must first realize that salvation lies not there. While you would seek for it in things that have no meaning, you bind yourself to laws that make no sense. Thus do you seek to prove salvation is where it is not. Today we will be glad you cannot prove it, for if you could, you would forever seek where it is not and never find it. The idea for today tells you once again how simple is salvation. Look for it where it waits for you, and there it will be found. Look nowhere else, for it is nowhere else. Think of the freedom and the recognition that you are not bound by all the strange and twisted laws which you have set up to save you. You really think that you would starve unless you had stacks of green paper stripes and piles of metal discs? Money. You really think a small round pellet or some fluid pushed into your vein through a sharpened needle will ward off death? You really think you are alone unless another body is with you? It is insanity that thinks these things. You call them law and put them under different names in a long catalog of rituals that have no use and serve no purpose. You think you must obey the laws of medicine, of economics, and of health. Protect the body and you will be saved. These are not laws, but madness. The body is endangered by the mind that hurts itself. The body suffers that the mind will fail to see it is the victim of itself. The body's suffering is a mask the mind holds up to hide what really suffers. It would not understand it, or is its own enemy, that it attacks itself and wants to die. It is from this your laws would save the body. It is for this you think you are a body. There are no laws except the laws of God. This needs repeating over and over until you realize that it applies to everything that you have made in opposition to his will. Your magic has no meaning. What it is meant to save does not exist. Only what it is meant to hide will save you. The laws of God can never be replaced. We will devote today to rejoicing that this is so. It is no longer a truth which we would hide. We realize instead it is a truth which keeps us free forever. Magic imprisons, but the laws of God set free. The light has come because there are no laws but his. We will begin the longer practice period today with a short review of the different kinds of laws we have believed we must obey. These would include, for example, the laws of nutrition, of immunization, of medication, and of the body's protection in innumerable ways. Think further. You believe in the laws of friendship, of good relationships, and reciprocity. Perhaps you even think that there are laws which set forth what is God's and what is yours. Many religions have been based on this. They would not save but damn in heaven's name. Yet they are no more strange than other laws you hold must be obeyed to make you safe. There are no laws but God's. Dismiss all foolish magical beliefs today and hold your mind in silent readiness to hear the voice that speaks the truth to you. You will be listening to one who says, there is no loss under the laws of God. Payment is neither given nor received. Exchange cannot be made. There are no substitutes, and nothing is replaced by something else. God's laws forever give and never take. Hear him who tells you this, and realize how foolish are the laws you thought upheld the world you thought you saw. Then listen further. He will tell you more about the love your Father has for you, about the endless joy he offers you, about his yearnings for his only Son, created as his channel for creation, denied to him by his belief in hell. Let us today open God's channels to him, and let his will extend us to him. Thus is creation endlessly increased. His voice will speak of this to us, as well as the joys of heaven, which his law keeps limitless forever. We will reap today ideas until we have listened and understood that there are no laws but God's. Then we will tell ourselves, as a dedication with which the practice period concludes, I am under no laws but God's. We will repeat this dedication as often as possible today, at least 4 or 5 times an hour, as well in response to any temptation to experience ourselves as subject to other laws throughout the day. It is our statement of freedom from all dangers and all tyranny. It is our acknowledgement that God is our Father and that his Son is saved. I am under no laws but God's.
Thank you, Jean. There are no laws. I am under no laws but God's. Ah,
It was a lovely reading, Jean. Thank you.
yes.
Love it.
And Sharon, we are so happy that you were with us today for this. So
Toodaloo.
many blessings.
Thank you. Have a lovely chant, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Sharon.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we're going to go into our first chant, which is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And this chant is breaking through barriers and removing obstacles. And our wonderful Auntie Jean has agreed to call that in, as Karen usually does. But as Jean said earlier, Karen is off enjoying tonight, which I am so happy that she's able to do that. And we are living vicariously through that joy that she's experiencing. And we're going to lift the vibration high. So, Auntie Jean.
Yes, we're happy for her. You know, God is joy, and he wants us all to be in joy. So
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're going to do this chant 3 times slowly, and then we're going to speed it up a little bit and do 108. But what we're declaring as we do it slowly, first of all, is that we are removing all barriers from our mind and our heart. Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
And then we're going to remove all the obstacles. Is everyone okay? All the obstacles that might be in our way. Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
And last of all, perhaps most important, we are removing all illusions that the world, our own thoughts, or even our families have put on us. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye
Ganapataye Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Namaha. Hey Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Hey Namaha. Hey Namaha. Hey Namaha. Hey Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Teri
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Hey
Om
Namaha.
Gam Ganapataye
Hey
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center, knowing that there are no obstacles or illusions. So what we've just done is shift our reality to that fact. We've shifted away from the illusion of the 3D world and shifted into only love is real. There is only love. And in love, there is no obstacle. There is no illusion. So we've let go and raised our frequency, raised our vibration higher and higher, where we can see miracles because there's nothing stopping them. And that's where we're going with this next chant. We're going into Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, the miracle chant. And Auntie Jean, would you talk about that, please?
Of course. Yes, this is the miracle chant. It's also the chant of love. And we're going to be putting all this love out into the world as far as it can spread. So we're going to do it the same way, where we're going to do it 3 times slowly. And then we'll do the 108. And afterwards, our beautiful Mama Peace is going to lead us into a heart-brain meditation so we can send it out to the whole world. So we are declaring that everyone is accepting, aligning, and allowing. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We are also declaring that everyone is happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And lastly, we're declaring that everyone is and will be living in peace and harmony, free of all suffering and delusions. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo. Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam 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 Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Let's take a moment to breathe in that energy. Whew. As we breathe in freedom, love, peace, and joy, we're reminded that there is only love. Only love is real. So feel that realness in your heart. Feel it real. Hold the energy of it. Let the warmth of it come through to you. And we're going to chant Om 3 times, giving honor to God, our Creator. Then we'll stay in our hearts for a moment and connect the heart and the brain. And then As Auntie Jean said earlier, we give that love away to the world. We do this every night. So you're welcome to join in with us as we chant Om 3 times. Let's take a deep breath in and focus on love. Om. And with that love being foremost in our minds and in our hearts, we're going to give it away. We're going to send it out on a mission to go into every crack and crevice, to go to those places where there's only light, there's only darkness, and we're going to bring in the light. We're going to open up the love that we share and send it wherever it needs to go. And we don't have to figure that out. Our only job is to love. So we invite you to take a deep breath into your heart center, feel the love that's there, and send it out on assignment with your out breath. Send it with the intention that whoever needs to receive will receive. Om Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. We send this love freely. We send it with no agenda, just love, no expectations, just doing what we do best, love. Om Shanti. Oh, wow, that felt so powerful tonight as we chanted Om, as we held the love in our hearts. Didn't it feel absolutely awesome to go into that energy where we free up any thoughts, any expectations, anything other than just love? I love that. Every night we do a declaration about peace on earth, and I'm just going to see if Chris is willing to lead us in that tonight.
Yeah, I am. By on we the prayer that a peace on earth and be kind to everyone else. Please and get the kind to listen to everyone in the world. And 1, 2, 3, we declare that it
We
be
declare
that there is
That there is peace on earth.
we declare that peace
Declare
begins
that peace
inside
inside
of
of
us.
us.
And
So
so
it
it
is.
is.
always,
Say forever.
forever.
Amen.
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 Amen. And we've been doing this for 19 days now.
Wow. So Terry's been a P, and Charlie is a P, and Chris and Sunny are a P, and Gracie, who has remained silent, is a P. And are there any P's out there, Marlene? No P's today. Well, there are P's out there all the time. And wouldn't you like to be a P too? A P.
Yeah.
P
Love
for
you
peace.
all.
This
And
way.
be kind.
P for peace.
Be
Peace for peace. And
peace.
Teri is our mama peace.
I'm a peace. Gracie.
You.
You need our song.
It is a bit spotty. I hope you can hear me. But each night that we come to chant, we always remember and remind.
She's spotty. We're not hearing you, Gracie.
It'll come back.
Well, I know.
peace and the smiles on
Our
faces
faces.
because
Peace
peace is
is
coming
coming
around.
around the
Wow,
corner when we chant.
chant.
When we chant, peace
Coming around the corner when we chant.
when we chant.
Peace
Peace
is
is coming around the corner. Smiles on people's faces.
Faces.
Peace is coming around the
corner
corner when
we
we
chant.
chant. And be kind.
Be kind. Thank you, Gracie. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Auntie Jean. And thank you, Chris and Sunny. And everyone out there who will watch this on the replay or if you're there right now. Thank you for being here. We love you so much. We do this every night. So come back and join us tomorrow. And
All right.
Karen, we love you so much.
Yeah.
Sending so much love to you tonight. We missed you. And we're going to say good night, Karen.
Good,
And good
good
night.
night.
Thank Gracie.
Good night.
Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste,
y'all.
y'all.
Namaste, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.